Hi, I'm Dr. Emil Tompkins and I'm answering your questions about chiropractic. Very often I'm asked, why are you here? Why are you a chiropractor? And why do you take the different approach to chiropractic care than others, focusing on very specific neurological disorders, helping children, and why have you gone that direction? And so I'm going to answer that today, and it all started when I had a chance to meet this little girl named Claire. And I got to meet her because I was spending time with this chiropractor. And this particular chiropractor, all she did was take care of kids. And this mother, she brings her baby, her name was Claire, she brings her baby to this chiropractor and she says, is there anything you can do for my little girl? And Claire was this beautiful little girl. She was 2 months old. She had Down syndrome. And the chiropractor said, well, I'm not sure, let's check her out, let's see what we can do. And so we start to just look at Claire, and looking at Claire, she's a beautiful 2-month-old baby girl, and you can see some of the features of Down syndrome, but there were a bunch of other things going on with her. She just kind of lied there, and she would stare blankly into space. She didn't really look around at her environment or anything. She would just lie there and stare. She'd also kind of lie there and moan and groan. She didn't really cry or make any of those cute little baby noises. She'd just lie there and moan. And then she had one arm that she didn't move at all. Her other arm and legs moved just fine, but this one arm didn't move. And so you can see there were some really serious things going on with this little girl. And then this chiropractor, she started to check the baby's spine, and she realized the very first bone of the neck was shifted out of position, and then she did something I had never seen done before. She takes this baby, she turns her over onto her side, and with her finger she gives this little adjustment. And when she did that, Claire let out the most horrible scream I had ever heard. And I thought, oh my goodness, what did this chiropractor just do to this baby? And she cried and cried and cried, and I really thought there was something wrong for a moment. And then Mom looks up at the chiropractor and she says, that's the first time Claire's ever cried. And boy did she. It was about 10-15 minutes, I don't know how long, it seemed like an hour, but I imagine it was just about 10 minutes or so. She cried and eventually she stopped crying. But when she did, Claire opened her eyes and she started to look around. And she opened her mouth and started to make cute little baby noises. And that arm that wasn't moving before, she actually started to be able to move all these things she was not doing before she got that first adjustment. Now, I was there for a few days, and on my last day there was Claire's 4th day. They had her to a point where they could roll her over onto her side, onto that bad arm. She could roll herself over, pull the arm out from under her, and even start to lift up her head. And at 2 months old, that's a little advanced. It was a really amazing thing to see. Now, did chiropractic cure her Down syndrome? Of course not. But Claire was able to live the life a normal 2-month-old baby girl is supposed to be able to live. She got her life back. And as a chiropractor, that's something that's very important to me. One thing that we do in here, and that's help people get out of pain, and that's very important. But honestly, my goal is to help you to get your life back. And that's why we do things just a little bit differently in here. I'm Dr. Emil Tompkins, and I look forward to helping you get your life back.